Hybrids are no longer the future, they're the present. But in 2025, buying a hybrid isn't as simple as choosing the model with the best fuel economy number on the brochure. Some hybrids look efficient on paper but fall apart in real-world driving. Others feel refined in the showroom but reveal major compromises the moment you hit the road. And a few, well, you should avoid them completely if you want to protect your wallet, your time, and your sanity. So today, we're stripping away the marketing and revealing the truth. The hybrids worth buying, and the ones you need to stay far away from. Nissan Juke Hybrid. On paper, the Nissan Juke Hybrid should have been a small SUV winner. A compact footprint, clever hybrid tech, and the promise of strong fuel savings sounded like a great combination. But the real-world driving experience tells a different story. The Juke Hybrid suffers from sluggish throttle response. Press the accelerator, and there's an awkward delay before anything meaningful happens. The automatic gearbox often feels confused, causing lurching and hesitation in stop-and-go driving. Instead of the smooth, quiet motion hybrids are known for, the Juke Hybrid constantly reminds you it's working too hard. Fuel economy also disappoints. Nissan advertises efficiency that rivals the best in the class, but owners and testers consistently report real-world numbers far lower than expected, sometimes even worse than non-hybrid small SUVs. The interior doesn't help its case either. It's stylish, but cramped. The rear seats are tight, cargo space is limited, and the ride quality is firmer than most families will appreciate. Suzuki S-Cross Hybrid Suzuki markets the S-Cross Hybrid as a smart, efficient SUV alternative, but it uses a weak, mild hybrid system that barely makes a difference. You won't glide silently in EV mode. You won't feel smoother starts. You won't notice any meaningful fuel savings. What you will notice is vibration from the engine, a stiff ride, and an interior that feels years behind its competitors. The biggest issue is refinement. At highway speeds, the cabin gets noisy quickly. The steering feels vague, and the transmission strains under heavy acceleration. To make matters worse, Suzuki's infotainment system is one of the most dated in the segment. Small screen, slow response, and graphics that feel like they belong to a decade-old rental car. Toyota Corolla Hybrid. The Toyota Corolla Hybrid has earned its reputation for one reason: consistency. Year after year, it remains one of the most economical, most reliable, and most predictable hybrid models you can buy. The hybrid system is quiet, smooth, and incredibly well-tuned for everyday driving. Acceleration is not thrilling, but it's clean and responsive. The transmission glides effortlessly, and the electric motor fills gaps with instant torque. You don't feel the system working, and that's the point. Fuel economy is where the Corolla Hybrid truly shines. Real-world testing regularly shows over 50 miles per gallon, even in mixed driving. For commuters, students, and families, that translates to substantial long-term savings. Inside, the Corolla feels solid and well-built. Not luxurious, but high quality where it matters. Seats are comfortable on long journeys, the cabin is well insulated from noise, and the updated infotainment system is far better than older Toyota models. Toyota Yaris Hybrid. If you want a hybrid that's compact, nimble, and shockingly efficient, the Toyota Yaris Hybrid remains one of the top choices in the segment. Many small hybrids struggle at highway speeds or feel underpowered during overtaking. But the Yaris Hybrid combines its lightweight body with a lively hybrid system that feels surprisingly energetic for its size. Off the line, it responds quickly and cruises comfortably without straining. Fuel economy is outstanding. It regularly outperforms larger hybrids, often delivering 55 to 60 miles per gallon in real-world suburban driving. For city commuters, few cars do better. The ride quality is impressive for a small vehicle, absorbing bumps with confidence. The interior is modern, clean, and higher quality than you'd expect from a car of this size. Toyota's safety tech comes standard, adding even more value. Honda Civic Hybrid. The latest Honda Civic Hybrid delivers an experience that feels almost premium. Honda has refined the electric motor response, tuned the suspension for comfort, and created one of the quietest cabins in the class. The hybrid system glides smoothly at low speeds, offers strong acceleration when needed, and transitions between electric and gas power with almost no noticeable vibration. Interior quality is also excellent. From the materials to the layout, everything feels solid and thoughtfully designed. The Civic Hybrid finally brings together efficiency, refinement, and comfort in a way that rivals Toyota's long-standing dominance. Mercedes-Benz GLC Plug-in Hybrid. If you only saw the spec sheet, the Mercedes GLC plug-in hybrid would seem unbeatable. Big battery, strong electric range, premium cabin, and the badge to match. But once you start driving it, the problems reveal themselves quickly. First, the battery makes the GLC heavy. Very heavy. When you add a large pack to an SUV that was already one of the heavier models in its class, you end up with a vehicle that feels sluggish and unsettled. The ride becomes busy, the suspension works overtime, and even with adaptive dampers, the GLC simply cannot hide its weight. Second, the real-world electric range rarely matches the advertised figures. In mild weather, you might get close, but colder conditions drop the range dramatically, sometimes by nearly half. Once that battery runs out, the GLC becomes extremely thirsty. You're pushing around a heavy SUV with a relatively small turbo engine, and the fuel economy can dip lower than many non-hybrid rivals. Land Rover Discovery Sport PHEV. The Discovery Sport PHEV has strong design, good practicality, and impressive off-road capability. But its plug-in hybrid system undermines the experience. The issue begins with its 3-cylinder engine, which has to move a vehicle that weighs more than many mid-sized SUVs. When the battery is charged, the electric motor eases the load and the car feels calm. But once the battery drains, which happens quickly, the engine becomes strained, noisy, and coarse. In urban driving, the transitions between EV mode and engine power are abrupt. On the highway, the power delivery feels uneven and occasionally underwhelming. And when towing or climbing, the small engine has to work far too hard. Real-world efficiency is also disappointing. If you forget to plug it in for a few days, fuel economy can fall well below non-hybrid competitors. Toyota RAV4 Prime. The Toyota RAV4 Prime remains one of the smartest plug-in hybrid purchases for 2025. Unlike many PHEVs, the RAV4 Prime feels like it was engineered from the ground up around its electric motor, not as an afterthought. The electric range is genuinely impressive. In real-world conditions, many owners report achieving 35 to 45 miles on electric power alone, which means most commutes can be driven without using gasoline at all. When the battery runs out, the RAV4 Prime still performs strongly. The hybrid system switches over smoothly, delivering plenty of power for passing, merging, or climbing steep hills. The combined output makes the RAV4 Prime one of the quickest SUVs in its class, hybrid or not. Inside, the cabin feels durable, well-built, and spacious. The infotainment is modern and responsive, the safety technology is reliable, and resale values remain among the best in the segment. Hyundai Tucson Plug-in Hybrid. The Tucson Plug-in Hybrid is one of the most improved electrified SUVs in the last 2 years. Hyundai has refined nearly every part of the experience, from the electric motor delivery to the cabin comfort. The Tucson PHEV's electric range is strong and consistent, routinely hitting 30 miles in mixed driving. For most suburban drivers, this is enough to cover the daily commute without burning fuel. Where the Tucson really stands out is its refinement. The cabin is quiet even at highway speeds, road noise is well controlled, and the ride is smoother than many luxury competitors. The suspension is soft but stable, soaking up rough surfaces without feeling floaty. The hybrid transitions are near seamless, with the engine cutting in gently and silently. Hyundai's interior quality has also reached a new level. Materials are upscale, the layout is clean, and the digital interface is intuitive. Honda CR-V Hybrid. The Honda CR-V Hybrid earns the title of Best Hybrid overall for 2025 for one simple reason. It does everything well, and nothing poorly. Where many hybrids excel in one or two areas, the CR-V Hybrid delivers across the board. The driving experience is smooth, quiet, and exceptionally refined. Honda's dual-motor hybrid system inserts electric power seamlessly, offering strong low-end torque and responsive acceleration without drama. At highway speeds, the engine settles into a calm, almost silent rhythm. Fuel economy is consistently excellent, often surpassing its official EPA ratings in mixed driving. The chassis feels solid and composed, giving the CR-V hybrid a more premium feel than its price suggests. Inside, the cabin is spacious, modern, and intelligently designed. The seats are comfortable on long trips, the visibility is outstanding, and the infotainment system, while simple, is responsive and easy to use. Reliability ratings remain high and resale values continue to outperform most competitors. If you found this breakdown useful, subscribe for more real-world car reviews, expert rankings, and buyer-focused automotive analysis.